Welcome back to the Chasing Happiness podcast, an honest podcast about finding happiness, what it really means, and the process of getting there. My name is Crystal, and today is the day after Christmas. So obviously today's episode is a little bit different, mostly because this year, if you lived along the East Coast, anywhere in Southern Ontario here in Canada, or a number of places in the United States, Christmas this year probably looked a little bit different for you, simply because they called it the storm of the century. Basically, for those who are not in the area that was affected, a particular storm was set to come the weekend of Christmas that shut down thousands of flights, airports, travel, roads were closed. So a lot of people didn't end up going home for Christmas, didn't end up with the ability to see friends and family like they had planned. A lot of people ended up snowed in. Lots of people lost power. So it's been a unique Christmas for a lot of people. And when we were just starting to get back into the swing of what normal everyday life was going to be after a couple of years of COVID shutdowns, it can be a little overwhelming for people. This Christmas might have been a little sad depending on who you are and where you got stuck or snowed in, whether or not you had power. Perhaps the people that you know and love were sick and you couldn't visit them and it had nothing to do with the storm. Or maybe you got to have the perfect Christmas with all of the people that you love and care about. There are lots of different ways that people celebrated this year. There are lots of people who didn't celebrate this year because of the storm or because of other reasons. So today's episode is really just an episode to say it doesn't matter how you celebrated. It doesn't matter if you celebrated. The important thing is that you were safe and happy and hopefully healthy, and so are the people you love and care about. And I know it's hard because most of us have had a Christmas that was different than what we had intended because of the weather, especially here in Ontario. And it's okay if you're sad about that. I have talked to a lot of people who say, I shouldn't be sad because we didn't lose power, or I shouldn't be sad because I did get to see some of my friends and family, but some of them weren't able to fly across the country. And I also know people who got stuck away from their friends and family and weren't able to celebrate. So it doesn't matter where you fall on the spectrum of what your experience was over the holiday season. It's okay to feel however you feel about it. It's okay to miss the people you wanted to see. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be happy. It doesn't matter how you feel in this current moment. You're allowed to feel that way. And you don't have to compare your pain, your suffering, your joy to anyone else's pain, suffering, or joy. You are allowed to have your experience, and it is valid regardless of where you fall in life. It's been an interesting Christmas. It will probably be an interesting year because, let's face it, for me especially, it has been an interesting year so far. So next week, I promise there is an interview episode of the podcast coming your way. But for now, I just wanted to remind you all that it's okay. Wherever you're sitting, however you're feeling, whatever your experience was, you are not alone. You are loved. There are people who value you, who missed you over the holidays, whether they got to see you or not. However you're feeling in this moment, whatever you're experiencing in this moment, it is valid. You are valid. You are loved. You will be okay no matter where you're sitting right now. Please know that I am sending all of my love to all of you, whether you have power, whether you're without power, whether you're stranded somewhere because of the storm, or whether you're with all your loved ones in the comfort of your own home. I am sending you love. I appreciate you all more than you could possibly know. And I hope you are having the most amazing holiday season that you can, given the circumstances. I'm sending love and light to each and every one of you. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a wonderful Kwanzaa, or whatever you celebrated. I'll chat with you guys next week. Bye for now.